Hello, I'm Mark Burnett, and this is my challenge to complete 40 tracks in 2020. And I've just been on holiday for a week, and then I've been slacking off for a few days because I had no enthusiasm to get back to all of this tech-related stuff. I actually had an entire week where I didn't look at a screen except for the navigation in the car, which was great, and I feel great because of it. Or maybe it was just the sun and the sea and the snorkeling and generally eating loads of nice food. But I think it was just mainly actually just not looking at a screen. Anyway, so here we are. I've got a short time for today's little story update. So I'm not going to waffle for long because I've got clients coming to the studio very shortly. So where am I at? Well, I did nearly finish a track just before I left. So I'll show you that in a minute. But what I also want to show you is the unbelievably groundbreaking statistics that I've been getting from my project so far. Not. I mean, the thing is, I'm just scraping the barrel here for motivational something, anything to keep me going on this challenge. No, I mean, I'm genuinely super motivated by actually finishing the tracks, and all of this other video stuff is a bit of an aside anyway. So quite encouraging to see that my YouTube stats have been growing. Not YouTube, here we are, SoundCloud, which is good. 160, I'm not sure what we're looking at here, since the 1st of January. So yeah, so this year there's steady getting slightly more plays, which is good. My SoundCloud generally gets, a fairly healthy background amount of stuff going on anyway. I had quite a few likes around the release of one of my tracks. I think that was Discarded. Yes, there we go. So when that got posted, although I don't think I've shared so much post then, I've kind of neglected the SoundCloud. My stats on Bandcamp have been kind of obviously up and down as and where I've been posting stuff on there. But obviously, since I've been on holiday, there's been nothing really happening there, which is to be expected and fine. But it's good to see that there's any kind of stuff going on there, which is great. What's been the most popular so far? Discarded has got the most plays, which is great. And then my mind-bendingly high plays and streams on Spotify, which I've really put no energy into at all so far. But there's more stuff happening, which is good. It's a start. I've really put so little energy into myself as an artist over the past 10 years that it's unsurprising that there's really anything, not very much going on here, apart from playing the occasional DJ gig and bashing out the odd live set here and there. I haven't really been focusing on being an artist. I've been focusing on helping other artists with their stuff. So this is unsurprising, but it's good because you can't promote stuff when you don't have stuff. So the whole point of this year is to have stuff to promote. And now that I've got the ball rolling a bit, I will be spending a bit more time looking into ways to promote the music that I'm putting out and try to get a little bit more traction on my profile as an artist. And the final stats here that I've loaded up are my YouTube metrics, which I've got to be happy about. I've had 35 new subscribers since I've started this little process in January. It's all good. It's obviously a far cry from, chart-topping million-plus subscribers, but, I don't expect that there's a million people out there in the whole world who are even remotely interested. But, it's a process, and I definitely am interested in working out what's going to work and what doesn't, and sharing that experience for what it's worth with other people. Much of which involves me watching videos like this, because as you can tell, I may have improved the lighting slightly in here, but it's still pissing me off because it's very much in my face. And although it's bringing out the slightly lobstered effect on my face quite nicely at the moment, it's making my nose look a bit redder than I probably would like it to do. I haven't been drinking. So where are we at? Music. Yeah, so this is what I've been doing. Or what I did, or where I am rather. I'm going to have to add this to the master track so you can hear. Yes, so just before I left, I printed 2 tracks, actually. The other one I'm not going to ruin the surprise. There's another one that's much more down-tempo that I printed just before I went so I could have a listen to them at length while I was on holiday. And it turns out I'm pretty happy with both of them at the moment. So I'm hoping to have been able to finish this one by the end of this week, thus having only skipped 1 week from my challenge so far. That would be 2 weeks out of the year so far that I've skipped. Still well on schedule. But let me just play you a little sneaky peek of this. Yeah, so I mean, don't want to give it all away, but we've definitely gone back into techno modus here, which is, I guess, where most of my more recent productions end up now. But I didn't want to go straight into that at the beginning. I wanted to start off with some older stuff. This track is, I believe, or was something that I boshed up a couple of years ago. So it's not even that old, but it was very much a sketch when I pulled it out of the archive. As I said before, I wasn't initially so keen on starting to work on tracks that were still in session, because this one was still very much just a session with a few clips like this. But I was jiving with it so much as a session that I thought I'd go for it, and it didn't actually take me very long. It took me a couple of hours to knock this little cheeky little arrangement together here. And although it seems quite complicated, well, it's not that complicated in the end. This is a healthy dose of automation in there, and there's still a few little tweaks. But having had a whole week to listen to this, those final tweaks are now going to be really straightforward. I just need to remember what they are, go through and refine them, and then send it off to mastering. So that's where I'm at the moment. I hope that you've had a nice break from seeing me and listening to me talking about stuff. And that you're looking forward to the next release. It's going to be, I don't think I'm going to call it what it's called here in the project file, because I try to avoid offensive words for song titles. It's not really necessary. And yeah, I'll do a production video, some insights into that as well at some point this week. But that's where we're at. And thanks for tuning in. If you want to follow the story more, you just have to subscribe to the channel and check out my Instagram, Facebook. I have got a Twitter account, don't really use it. But yeah, ciao for now.